Hello everyone and welcome here in Copenhagen in the press center for a new episode of the ESC Daily Show. Tonight we will discuss the latest Eurovision news with the world's leading Eurovision experts from all around the world. I have two guests with me tonight, one from Australia, Alistair Birch. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm from SBS Radio, which is the national multicultural radio network in Australia.
Alright, and Rob, can you introduce yourself as well? You're involved in the betting side of Eurovision, right?
That's right, yeah. I'm editor of TV betting analysis website entertainmentodds.com.
Alright, so let's take a quick look at what has been happening in Copenhagen here at the Eurovision over the past few days. Here we have the Australian press conference. Australia is finally participating in the Eurovision Song Contest. They have their own delegation. And here we have the rehearsals of the Big Five. This is Molly from the UK, one of the favorites, moving closer and closer to the top of the betting ranking orders. We're going to discuss that with Rob in just a minute. Here's Sweden, another favorite. She moved into first position after qualifying for the final last night. Of course, the fact that she qualified was not such a surprise. What was a surprise was that San Marino qualified. Here is Valentina Monetta, third attempt for her, and a lot of attempts more even for San Marino, the first time for that country to qualify. This is the entire list of qualifying countries of last night. We had some surprises. Rob, what did you think about it?
Yes, San Marino was certainly a surprise qualifier for a lot of people. I wasn't entirely surprised. I wrote an article making a case for why I thought San Marino was good value to qualify. I thought third year trying, and San Marino really needed to qualify to carry on in the contest, and we're probably at a time in the contest history when they don't want more nations falling by the wayside. So I think they really were happy to see San Marino through last night, as well as Montenegro, of course. That was the first time they qualified for the final.
Yeah, there's two countries. Alistair, is that a country, because you're for a multi-national network, I should just say, is San Marino a country that you follow specifically? No, I wouldn't say so.
I interviewed Valentina before, and they weren't even broadcast in Australia. We've got a large Italian contingent, but it's such a small country. It's only 30,000 people.
Yeah.
The country is smaller than some of the venues that are hosting Eurovision, and there's not really that much interest in Australia. We cover in Italian language, Italy obviously, and this is Switzerland, Swiss entry, interviewing Italian as well.
And from the countries that qualified last night, which are specifically interesting for you, which did you talk to?
Oh, they're all interesting. I'm a bit disappointed that Estonia didn't get through. I think the song, they put so much effort into the song. It was a great song. They put so much effort into the dance act. It was a great dance act. But just the two together, they conflicted, and you ended up watching this act and you felt uncomfortable. And I think that's what did it for them. It was just a little bit too clever by half what they were doing. It was too ambitious, and it came over as forced on TV, which is a shame, because separately the two aspects, song and dance, were incredible, but together, no.
Did you have the same impression?
Yes, a little bit. I felt that Estonia was vulnerable last night. Iceland was a bit of a surprise qualifier for me, to be honest. And all I was seeing was a bit of an up-tempo burst in that early part of the semi-final, but I thought it was a pretty weak song, and I thought the juries would have punished it quite severely.
Iceland reminds me of that anti-smoking song from The Simpsons. You probably know the episode I'm referring to. Or is it from South Park? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's where they're preaching a message, and it's not even subtle. It's very direct. It's very in your face, and I'm not even sure they believe in the message. I mean, they say everyone's equal, and by the way, I'm straight, and everyone else on this table is straight. And why was it necessary to mention that? That was really disingenuous, and I think they actually revealed a lot in themselves by making that statement.
Yeah.
And I didn't like Iceland at all. I think musically it's not the standard that Eurovision needs, and they're just hijacking other people's politics to make a quick buck.
How about Belgium?
I was a little bit sad for Axel, because I was probably in the minority thinking that it was really well sung by him and a lot of impact, and I as an operatic song, I thought it really stood out, and I thought that would give it a chance of qualifying. So that was a surprise non-qualifier for me.
Probably the biggest of last night.
I was surprised about Netherlands getting through. Country music is done badly at the Eurovision. Look at Texas Lightning for Germany a few years back. Having said that, this was good country music. It was high quality. It was a great song, performed well. But we've had some great songs at the Eurovision fall by the wayside because they didn't fit the pop genre of the contest. I was very surprised they got through. I think the voting will reveal that they probably just scraped in. I'm also very happy to see the wide variety of music that's got through into the final this year so far.
That's interesting. I think you have a slightly different opinion on that because
I do, yeah. I would slightly disagree with Alistair there. I think the Netherlands probably did very, very well on the jury side of things last night. I think they probably topped the jury vote. I think it probably had some televote appeal as well. I could see it even being in the top 3 in the semi-final last night, and now there's huge momentum behind the Netherlands heading into the final. It's been smashed in the betting markets, and it's actually down to about 7-1 now. It's into third favourite to win the whole thing. So it's a pretty amazing move in the betting markets.
I would say to most people at this point, I would say let's bet on it. But to you, I think I'll hold off.
How about the second semi-final? Because that's a difficult one to predict. I mean, so few countries, and then you'd have the idea that you almost can't write anything off to qualify because
Well, clearly for us the best song is Australia, and the reason we're not allowing Australia to take part fully is because we'd beat everyone else. So but seriously, it's a mixed bag. It's a grab bag, and I don't think it tells as much of a story to the audience. It's not such a flowing TV show as the semi-final one. People said, oh, there are too many ballads in the semi-final one, but it's just it's a bit hot and cold semi-final too, and I don't think it's going to grab the viewers' attention. You're going to lose people to toilet breaks, extended toilet breaks, and coffee breaks, and so on. They're going to miss whole countries, and I think that may affect the voting. People are just not going to see some of the artists.
Could well be. So, as you mentioned, Australia is in that second semi-final, but they're not participating for the scores. We have a smart video about that because. What if, in the near future, they would want to participate for real?
Well, maybe we do our show this week, and then after that we sit down and talk and see if it's possible in any way. But I think what will happen is that Eurovision is so special and it's so important to the world that I think it will actually grow beyond Europe. That's my tip. And when you think about all the music in Asia that there is, Indian music, Korean music, Japanese music, Chinese music, it really hungers, I think, for a platform like Eurovision to show it off. So maybe it might end up as being some kind of world vision in the end.